Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. Tonight we're talking about The Mandalorian, Episode 1. That's right everybody, thanks for checking out the video. We are Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups. This is
Jelani, Bullard.
This is
Brooks.
And tonight we're talking about The Mandalorian Chapter 1. Because episodes can be a little confusing when we're talking about Star Wars. So Disney Plus is here.
Yes.
Well, we all three have it, so let's just be honest with you. Like this, we approve, 10 million subscribers?
Yeah.
Day one.
10 million subscribers
I've
on
never
Disney
joined
Plus. That's
like
one
this.
day.
Yeah.
We're filming this Wednesday night, so this is that's crazy to me. Some problems at the very beginning of Disney Plus. Too many people jumping on. All that stuff.
All at once. I tried to get mine early, like 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I saw this. I was like, Jelani, aren't you working?
I was so mad. It wouldn't load, and I was like, "Why is my Mandalorian not loading?" And it was very frustrating. So it was rough, but I knew that it was going to happen like that.
I got it last night as soon as I was finished recording the weekly comic book review, and immediately watched The Mandalorian, and then watched some 90s old school Spider-Man. So seriously, if you're a comic book fan, if you're a Marvel Comics fan, just for the animated series alone, just for the MCU movies, just for the Star Wars films, it's a great deal. Brooks, would you say Disney Plus is a great deal? And Brooks is not a streamer.
Yeah, I've got Netflix pretty much up to this point, so now I have Netflix and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much covers all my needs.
Yeah, pretty much. Until HBO Max.
I mean, Disney Plus alone has so much stuff that would keep me occupied.
Well, yeah, it does. But then there are a lot of others, Hulu and stuff. For instance, I got the package with ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus. But anyway, this is not about Disney Plus. Maybe we'll do another video about that in a couple weeks to see if it's
exciting.
It's some great
giving a hand job to Disney.
Yeah, right. Like Disney needs it. They got plenty of people giving them hand jobs. Anyway, so The Mandalorian. So long anticipated, long awaited. Jon Favreau created this show. He wrote this first episode. The first episode was directed by Jon Filano?
Dave Filoni. He was in charge of the Clone Wars. A lot of people
the animated series. The second one, the 3D animated.
He's very intuitive to this. He's a Star Wars fan, which you can definitely tell in this show.
It feels a lot like an original trilogy. It'd fit right in with an original trilogy.
Oh, really? It has a lot of homages.
Yeah.
Even the land speeder scene.
Yeah.
Looks like it's from New Hope.
Right.
The scene where they walk into their cantina.
Right.
Aside from the music, which should have been in there.
Yeah. They could have had a slower version playing or something.
Is that now? They changed that music in the special edition, right? Is it different than the very original?
They changed the song in Jabba's Palace.
That's right. I hate that. And they changed the last song that the Ewoks sing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the Yup Yup song.
Yeah, they add in all that extra
It's like the boom, 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 boom.
Anyway, all that aside. So let's talk about The Mandalorian, because that's why you're watching this video. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. So it's about the Mandalorian, and the Mandalorians are a mysterious part of the Star Wars lore, right? I'm not really up to date on Mandalorian lore. Brooks is more into that with Clone Wars. We'll get to you in just a second. But so to me, I know that they're mysterious, so it's interesting to me to see the little bits of information, how they make their armor based on what they, the metal that they get, they're reclaiming for the tribe. Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian. Jango Fett's maybe not, probably not really. A Mandalorian is kind of hazy there. Overall, I really liked it. I thought it was great. I don't think that getting Disney Plus just for this show is worth it right now.
Not yet.
But I think that getting Disney Plus is worth it because there's so much more content. But The Mandalorian is a big bonus there. It's really cool. It's shot beautifully. It's got amazing music. The music in this, that's the first thing that really spoke to me was the music. The music, great.
Because it tells a story. It wants you to tell a story with it.
It's very much like a Western.
Yeah, it feels
the music and it's a Western, right? And Westerns were based on the samurai films that Star Wars is based on.
Right.
So it makes a lot of sense, right? It really captures that tone. It captures that feel. I think a lot of people that have grown out of Star Wars may lead them back in a little bit. It's not a super deep, meaningful story yet, but it really has a nice tease at the end, and from this point in the video onward, we're going to be spoiling what happens in the first episode. Be warned. Chapter 1. I loved it. The Yoda baby at the end is adorable. I'm thinking they're going to go in some like lone wolf and cub direction here.
I hope so.
IG-11's amazing. That's Taika Waititi. Brian Posehn's in there. Nick Nolte is the I have spoken.
Yeah.
Love the cast. Love the characters. Love the story. I thought it was really interesting. It felt to me like an anime. Mm-hmm. It kind of felt that way, and I absolutely loved it. Jelani, what did you think about it overall?
I like the introduction of the Mandalorian. It shows that he's a strong character. He goes into this bar to find one of his bounties, but you can't tell that at the beginning. He just goes into this bar, and people start to pick a fight with him, just like in New Hope with Luke.
Yeah.
And it's done so well. It is anime feel. It does have that anime feel to it.
Yeah, it does.
Where you just get involved in this character. So from jump, it's action. You've already got me. You sold me quickly. It tells a very paced story of what you want. What his normal life is. Basically, it is a slice of his life. He goes in. He gets his bounty.
Yeah.
He freezes him up. Sets him off. And yeah, the characterization, everybody's character is great for me. I love Werner Herzog. He is
he's the
Imperial
client,
client. Yeah. And
great delivery.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like his speech. I found out that Nick Nolte was the I Have Spoken guy. So big props to Nick Nolte trying to train.
Is that him in the suit?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's him in the suit.
I don't think so.
But we'll see. I mean, as it goes on. But yeah, all the characters are great. I like the story so far. It's very basic for what they're trying to set up. So I'm fine.
Do you like the Yoda baby?
I love the Yoda baby.
Yoda baby's adorable.
He's so cute. He's 50 years old.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Now, do you know much about the Mandalorian story?
I don't know anything about it. All I know is, I don't like Boba Fett. He's the laziest Star Wars character.
First of all, Boba Fett is the most... Well, the Captain Phasma's right up there now.
Yeah,
Captain Phasma's wasted, too.
And Captain Phasma was Boba Fett.
Yeah. They're like, we want Captain Phasma to be like...
She looks cool.
Yeah, she looks
but you don't do anything.
Gone like that.
You're gone.
Cool action figures not make a cool character,
Not
I guess
at
I
all.
should say. Brooks knows more about Mandalorian mythology because of the Clone Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
How does this fit in? How's it feel? And for the love of God, scoot in a little bit and get on frame. Come on. We're still working this out, y'all. What do you think about this, and how does it work? Does it fill in those gaps? Does it?
Yeah, I mean, this show feels like they're trying to do a new Game of Thrones. Get a show that's that kind of hit that can get such a wide audience.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's possible because even though Star Wars is kind of a nerd culture thing, so is fantasy like Game of Thrones, but it's still, managed to pull in
nerd chic people. Is in, man. It's been in for a minute, right?
And this show definitely has a lot of it has a lot of Star Wars in it. I mean, it feels very Star Wars.
It feels old school Star Wars.
Yeah. And it kind of hints at some of the Mandalorian lore without giving you too much.
Like the armor.
Yeah, like the whole having to build the armor.
Signet. She says, like, do you get
your signet?
Yeah.
And I had no clue what that was, but he's gonna get called up one day to something, and I have no clue what that is.
I got to talk.
Please let us know.
I got to talk to some of our homies because we know people that are part of that our local version of the Mandalorian crew or whatever, right? And they're really into the lore. Apparently, in the expanded universe, there's a whole lot more about the Mandalorian and their code and all this really interesting stuff that all came from the idea of Boba Fett.
Just Boba Fett.
But it was anyway. I thought this show was great. I thought it was really cool. It was mysterious. It was nicely paced. Mm-hmm. It's got a very Western feel. Mm-hmm. It's just introducing things. It's not changing my life. But one of my favorite things is, and we've been saying this, all of us here at PCP, the three of us and other members like Justin and Hammer Time and Drew and Jeremy, we've been saying this for a long time now, is that Star Wars is such a wide world.
It is.
A wide galaxy, a universe, if you will, an expanded universe it could possibly be, that it is such a shame just to keep telling these one stories about the Skywalker saga. Yeah. That, to me, is not the most interesting thing about Star Wars. To me, the most interesting thing about Star Wars is the world. Yeah. And The Mandalorian gets back into that you can tell these kind of movies. That's one of the reasons why We liked Solo so much.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why people like Rogue One is that they were able to tell
stories outside of that actual culture. Yeah. I want to know what's going on with this Mandalorian. With this story should have happened like 10 years ago. I mean, they should have really, like, George Lucas, if he really, wanted to pursue this, he could have made a fortune doing just this.
Yeah.
And all you need to do, make a compelling character in the Star Wars universe. The end. You don't have to make a Jedi. You don't have to do anything else. You can make a Sith, whatever. But this world is so large, and you just put things in, and just see where that story takes you.
Yeah.
And I hope this one tells a very good one. There's 8 chapters of hopefully very, very great things.
And there's going to be 8 episodes. So the first one's out right now to celebrate the launch of Disney Plus. The next one comes out Friday, which is probably today or tomorrow, whenever this comes out. I don't know. We're going to do one of these videos for each episode over the next, 7 weeks. We're going to do this, and pretty much whenever this video came out, expect it around that time every week, right? So next week we'll, the videos will release. I mean, the show will release on Friday, but we'll, our videos are going to get there when we get there. But we're going to cover it because we're all really intrigued by this. We really liked it. I thought it was great. I love the performances. Standout characters for me, the Nick Nolte dude. Yeah. I Have Spoken. That dude's great. And IG-11. Brooks, what do you think about IG-11? And what are some other standout characters for you, if not the Mandalorian himself?
Well, besides from the droid, the guy who rides the what are they called?
Yeah, the fish.
Speeder?
Yeah, the legged fish with tiny T-Rex.
Yeah.
Something starts with a B. I don't know what it was.
A bull?
I'll get it.
Something like that.
Bertha. I don't know. We're
figure it out.
Star Wars.
But aside from them,
but
I loved how the droid moves, like how he swivels and his arms swing around, and he has like one arm doing this and while his other arm's doing that.
Yeah.
And how he's always trying to blow himself up.
I love that self-destruct mode.
Self-destruct.
No, stop it. It was great. It was funny. It had that dramatic tension. It was really fun. So final thoughts, and let's do our ranking. Let's go ahead and do it. We do.
All right.
Ya digs here at PCP. So out of 5 possible ya digs, Jelani, what do you give The Mandalorian Chapter 1?
All right. Mandalorian Chapter 1 for me, I'll give it a 4. It's a solid story. It's a solid cast so far. I like The Mandalorian. Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
He was in Game of Thrones. He's in Narcos. He's a great actor. And from what I'm hearing, he's not gonna take that helmet off.
Good.
So
Judge Dredd the hell out of it.
Yes. Let him go full in. And I'm really excited for this show. And the way it's starting, I'm like I said, it's a solid 4 for me.
That's solid. That's very solid. Brooks, speaking of solid, you're a solid dude. What do you think about The Mandalorian Chapter 1? What do you rate it out of 5 ya digs?
I give it a 5. I like the show a lot.
Wow.
I was very entertained, and I'm really eager to see where it goes.
Okay.
And, it kind of brings back my love with Star Wars. It's been kind of waning a little bit.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I'm a 4 or 5. I'm going to go with 4. 4 ya digs for me is very solid, interesting characters, a great start. Nothing's going to change your life. Brooks apparently thinks so.
The world.
5.
That's
5.
awesome,
I'm crazy.
Dude.
That's great. I love that you respond to it so well. But yeah, I'm 4. It's very solid. It's really good. It's a great debut, and I'm very excited to see where it's going to go. So 4, 4, 5 for an average. 4.379434496 long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
We don't do math here.
What do you rate The Mandalorian Chapter 1? Let us know. How many ya digs do you give it out of 5 in the comments down below? Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Join us here every week as we discuss The Mandalorian from Disney+. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. This has been
Jelani Bullard.
This has been
Brooks.
We are Pop Culture Philosophers. Please do join us over at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. You dig?
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace of the Mandalorian.
You're. I see how it can get confusing. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. Here is Pop. Fuck. Sorry. Yeah. All right, here we go.